Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.
I'd like to welcome you back here inside of the Bobcat Den, Hot Springs County High School, home of the Bobcats. Today's game is a 2A Northwest finale between the visiting Rocky Mountain Grizzlies and your Thermopolis Bobcats. Well, one final time here, our last high school basketball broadcast of the year, as Cody Bomagen gets ready to tip it away, and we are underway as he gets up with the 20 of Mason Moss. And the Bobcats win the tip-off for the final time in 2026. This is Ellis Weber with it, goes right side. Collins pulls up, 3! Nolan Collins! And it's going to be a tall task for the Grizz to stop these guys. Last time they played, Grizz, I believe, lost by about 30 or so points. And here comes the 23 of Jaden Kellen Jackson. I was looking at the wrong roster. Back up top now, 44 with it. Evan Clendenin. Mason Moss with it now. He'll feed it into the paint. Kicks it back out. They'll go up to the baseline. Back up to the wing. And Bridger Pyle avoids the pick. They'll pick it up. Kellen Jackson now left side up to Mason Moss. Now they'll dip it back up underneath on the shot. Oh, it's rejected! Thought I saw Bobagen in on the rejection there. Ellis Weber with it on the volleyball line. Goes left side now to Bridger Pyle. Pyle skip past the Collins. Now back up to Weber. Weber now to the left side. Pulls up. Shot on its way for Pyle. No good for 3. And that is out of bounds. It goes off of Evan Clendenin. I'm trying to get it right. I'm sorry. Haven't seen this name a day in my life. Cooper Winland with it now. He'll give it back up now to Kellen Jackson. Jackson to his near side. He'll move up to the far side, up toward that ESPN scores table over there. Shot is up, kick it to go, but a foul. They're going to call a charge. And that's going back to the Bobcats. I think they're going to give this one to Mason Moss, the sophomore. By the way, something a little alarming about Rocky. I question whether or not they even had a senior night because there are no seniors on the roster. 0 seniors, like 3 juniors. Everyone else is either a sophomore or a freshman. So very young team, but that's up and in for 3! Ellis Weber. So it was Nolan Collins on the first one, and then it was Weber on the second. Picks it up, now goes up to the elbow. Steps out, tries to go to the near side and out of bounds. It's coming back the other way to the Bobcats. 5:49 to go. And now here comes Ellis Weber with it up past the backcourt. Up into the timeline. Now here comes Collins. Now back to Weber. Near side again to Pyle. Now Weber. Shot on its way for Pyle this time. That's the second miss of the night for the number 10. And now it's going to go back up to the 20 of Mason Moss on the rebound for Rocky. With it is Cooper Windland. Or sorry, check that. Kellen Jackson. They're going to draw a foul. 5:21 to go. A packed crowd here in Thermopolis, barely. A patch of blue or gold plastic in these bleachers. Left side, here comes Jackson Hayes, picks it up. Hayes looks behind him to the 23 of Kellen Jackson. Jackson right side, now here comes the 20 of Mason Moss. Moss driving up to the baseline. Kicks it back out. Jackson doesn't decide to go for three for some reason there. Goes right side, now back up to Jackson at the volleyball attack line. Now the 44 of Clendenin. Clendenin in the paint, turns around, takes the shot, no good. Rebounded by Zach Hasty. They'll come back down the other way. Bobajan, it's up, no good. Thought for sure he was going to dunk it there, as he has garnered a reputation to do. Up to the left side now, Jackson Hayes moves to his right side, picks up the dribble. Now goes to his right again to Cooper Windland. Now sophomore pass the right side to Mason Moss. It's up and it's no good. Rebounded by Clendenin. Ball is loose. Weber gets a hold of it. Now here comes Pyle. Pyle one-on-one, takes the shot. It's up and it's in! 8-0 is your score. Rocky struggling early, just like the JV game. Up to the far side, ball is loose up toward the fake announcer's table. Now Pyle tosses it up and it's picked off. Kellen Jackson on the pick, and now here comes Bobajan. Goes left side, Collins throws it up, no good. You saw what they were trying to do, trying to give Bobajan a chance to dunk it there. Good job, Nolan Collins, but Bobajan couldn't quite get there. Left side, here comes the 23, Kellen Jackson. Jackson holds on to it, goes right side. Mason Moss to the corner and a foul. And Brody Welch and Jordan Garrison will check into the game here. And that will give Nolan Collins and Bridger Pyle a small rest. Mason Moss will toss it in, guarded by Garrison. Moss looks to the wing. Jackson Hayes now left side. Here comes the 44, I think this is, of Clendenin. Oh no, check that is not at all. Jackson Hayes moving to his left side. Goes up to the 22, back up to the elbow. Now this is the 44. Kicks out the corner, shot on its way for three. Kellen Jackson for the first bucket of the night for the Grizz. Ellis Weber with it. He'll go left side to Zach Hasty. Hasty is a dangerous three-point shooter. Up to the right side to Garrison. Up to the baseline. Bobajan. Now Welch. He'll drive up. Now here comes Hasty. Pulls up. Throw. Can't get the three there. Rebound number 23, Kellen Jackson, the junior. Will grab a hold of it there. Jackson moving up past the timeline. Back turned. He'll go to the near side, guarded by Hasty. Up to the far side now. Here they go. Tries to step out of it now to the corner. 23 with it. Kellen Jackson tries to swing his way through. That one's up. It's no good. And the block. Brody Welch. Now here comes Zach Hasty with it up past the timeline. Hasty on the tooth of the Bobcat. He'll go to his left side to Weber. Weber right side to Hasty. Hasty up top. Kicks it out. Weber can't get the three to go. Now the 23 on the rebound. This is Kellen Jackson. He'll bring it out of an empty backcourt here. Now Hasty kind of is waiting for him on the Bobcat. Goes left side to the 20. Mason Moss trying to get there. Guarded by Garrison. Ripped away. Welch on the steal. Bobajan one-on-one and a foul. You saw that one coming. He literally just grabbed a hold of him, just reached in from behind and grabbed him. Can't do that. That's going to be a foul on the Grizz. Their second of the game. Mason Moss with his second personal. He's gotten both fouls here so far for the Grizz. We saw in that JV girls game how Paige Jones was about to foul out in that first quarter. That one's out, no good for Bobajan. Brody Welch on the offensive rebound. One-on-one, and it's up and it's in. 10-3 is your score. Bobcats on top. Kellen Jackson with it, now to the near side, up past the timeline. Cooper Winland with it. Winland passes to his right side. This is Jackson Hayes with it. Hayes behind the back, he'll go right side, tipped away by Weber, watch out. Got one checking in, Bridger Pyle checking in with Nolan Collins and Ty Simmerall. We did not see him at all in that JV game. He is coming in, getting some valuable minutes on varsity. They'll go up to the free throw line here. Bounce pass up to the 23 of Kellen Jackson. I'll check that. That is not him at all. Sorry, 22. Here comes the 3 of Jackson Hayes, sophomore. Bounce pass left side up to the 22 of Winland. Winland loses control. Guarded by Simmerall. Going up to the corner now. Shane Corpening calling for some adjustments there. The left side. Shot on its way. No good. Brody Welch on the 3. Sweeter than grape juice. Up past the timeline. Oh, they're going to call a carry. Nolan Collins getting nabbed for it, and the Rocky fans knew it before the whistle blew. Checking in, number 23, or sorry, no, throwing it in, number 23, Kellen Jackson. I am so sorry about that. He'll throw it in to Mason Moss. Moss has been in this entire game, and they're going to call a foul, blocking foul. So they will call the block foul on Thermopolis. Rocky will toss it in. Jackson Hayes. Third foul for the Bobcats this quarter. They'll toss it up. It was a 50-50. There's a whistle. They're going to call a hold here on the Cats, I think. I thought they nabbed Garrison with it, and they did. Second personal foul. Rocky will toss it in, up into the middle of the floor, 22 Cooper Winland. Now here comes Mason Moss. Moss on the attack line, goes to his right side, picks up the dribble. Now here comes the 44, swings through, it's up and rolls out. Rebounded by Simmerall, and a foul. Evan Clendenin with a horrible foul. That's going to give Rocky their third foul of the quarter. First personal for Clendenin. (10-3) is your score. Pyle, skip pass. Now here comes Simmerall, lines up. 3! Ty Simmerall! Now, if you've paid attention to any of our JV broadcasts, you would know this. He's a dangerous three-point shooter, and he just showed the world right there. Kellen Jackson goes up to the top side. Now here comes Mason Moss. Down left, it's up and a heavy foul. I think they will give him free throws for that, and rightfully so. That was a bit of a hard foul there. A bit, yeah, it was a hard foul. So let's see, free throws coming up for Mason Moss. Sophomores, I think got 2 of them. First one on its way off the front of the rim, no good. No subs for either side just yet. And let's see here, second shot, that one goes through. 13-4. It's a lacrosse score here in Thermopolis. Simmerall lines up, can't get the 3 to go. Brody Welch on the offensive rebound. Now here comes Nolan Collins. Pyle, left side Simmerall. Simmerall dribbles right, one dribble, lets it go, can't go, kick it to go. What a shot by Simmerall. He has put up 3 attempts tonight. He got 1 to go earlier, and it looked pretty. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Varsity Boys Basketball on Two Basins Sports Network.
Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.
Start of the second quarter here. We'd like to welcome you back inside of the Bobcat Den at Hot Springs County High School, home of the Bobcats. Well, glad to have y'all with us here for senior night. Thermopolis Bobcats and the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies in a 2A Northwest finale. They'll go right side here, 23 with it. This is Kellen Jackson, picks up the dribble. He'll look to his left side, pulls up from the free throw line. It's up and it's no good. Oh, and off the fingertips of Bommingen. And this has been a pretty scary Cats team all the past couple of years. Of course, defending state champions took down Pine Bluffs in the championship game last year. They're looking to go back-to-back for the first time since 03 and 04. In fact, that was the last time they've won state championships. They went back-to-back. Bounce pass right side. And now here they go down on the baseline. Picks up the dribble. Kicks it back up top. Now here comes the 22 of Cooper Winland. Now left side again. Steps out in front. Now up into the wing. They'll go down the right side. Picks up the dribble. Pulls up. And it's through. Splash! Number 20, Mason Moss with the bucket. Bobcats, unfortunately, starting to slip a little bit here. It's a 7-point game. Ellis Weber, left side now. It was 10 points earlier. Bommingen, left side of Weber, now up to Zach Hasty. Hasty, Weber, now up to Bommingen again. Bommingen, skip pass, fakes the shot. Back up to the volleyball line. This is going to be Ellis Weber with it. Weber back up on the tooth of the Bobcat. They're really milking this. They know that this is their last game here without a shot clock. Now here comes Weber. Back up to Collins. Can't get it to go. Welch tried to grab the rebound, but Cooper Winland is on it instead. They'll go to the near side. Jax May with it. We saw him in the JV game earlier. May switches to his right. Tipped. Out of bounds it goes. And it's going to stay right where it's at with the Grizz. Number 32, Travis Crosby checking in. Almost said Cosby. Good Lord. Putting pops. But Crosby checking in here for Rocky. He's going to replace Evan Clendenin, who's going to finally get a rest. Oh, intercepted. It's out of bounds. Oh, that's too bad. Nolan Collins. He played defensive back and wide receiver for the football team this past season. And he's also going to college to play football, so it should surprise absolutely nobody that he's pretty good in those 50-50 type scenarios, and he could snatch the ball right out of thin air. And that's going to go out of bounds. Collins, I believe, was one of the best. I can't remember exactly, but I can't remember where he was on the YO Prep stats, but he had to have been up there in interceptions. Because he got a lot of picks last year. It was like Del Dukes at that spot last year. They're going to call a foul. So we got a foul on Thermop potentially here. Yep, it is. Oh, that's going to be a hostile place. They have to throw it in right there from the student section. Throws it in up to the left wing. Back door. Picks up the dribble, bounce pass, and I'm surprised they didn't call Collins for the foul there. They'll go to the right side. Here comes Mason Moss. Moss penetrates, goes up to the left side, barely holds on to it. And they'll go pulling up for the three, no good. Mason Moss is carrying this Rocky team, and he's trying, but just nothing's falling there. Rocky does have a three in this game, though. They also have a 2-point field goal and a free throw. Pulling up is Zach Hasty. No good. And Hasty, who's usually near automatic on those shots, just similar to another fellow Northern Bighorn County team, Lovell. He's just kind of struggling so far in this game. But Rocky will call a timeout here in Thermopolis. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching Varsity Boys Basketball on Two Basins Sports Network. 60-second timeout for the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies.
Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.
Like talking back here inside of Hot Springs County High School, home of the Bobcats. Back underway here, 5:20 to go in the second quarter of action. Rocky Mountain trailing, but not by much. Out of bounds, and it's coming back to the Cats. What better way to deliver the ball back to them than the student section? Speaking of student section, Rocky had a bit of an answer to the cheerleading chant going on earlier. After the Bobcats finished their chant during timeout, Rocky did their own. Right side, it's up, and Bobajan for two. Up past the timeline. On the neck of the Bobcat, moving to his right side. Picks up now, here comes the 20. Mason Moss goes to his right side. Bounce pass, and it's foiled. Out of bounds, it's going back to the Cats, and looks like, or no, it's not, it's going to stay with the Grizz. Jordan Garrison and Jackson Hayes checking in. Coming out will be Nolan Collins and Kellen Jackson. They'll toss it up. Oh, that one could have been nasty there for the Grizz. Up on the left side, moving in, dribbling with his right. Tried to, oh, they're going to keep it in bounds. Bobajan with a little bit of help from Hasty. Oh, tried to pass up to Hasty. Ball is loose. Bobajan picks it up through traffic. Hasty, no! It's up, no good. Weber, right side to Garrison. Back up to Weber up top, inside the volleyball line. Pulls up. Weber for two, no good. And Zach Hasty on the rebound. It's up, no good. Tipped up, no good. And it's coming back the other way. Mason Moss on the rebound for Rocky. Now here comes Cooper Windland with it. Windland near side. Swings out of it, moves to his left. This is Jackson Hayes. Hayes in the wing. Jax May with it on the left wing. He'll dribble to his right. Out to the corner to the 22 of Cooper Windland. Windland left side now to Jackson Hayes. They'll drive up to the block, loses control, and it's out of bounds. They'll stay with Rocky. And student section not happy. Brody Welch and Ty Simmerall checking back in for the Cats. 3:27 to go in this second quarter. This game's going by pretty quick. Jackson Hayes with it. Hayes dribbles to his right side. 3-4, switches to his left. Oh, got him off guard. The contested shot is in. And that is Mason Moss for three, his second of the day. Up to the left side, Pyle lines it up. Can't get the three to fall. The Bobcats have got to do something. They have not been scoring in this half. Usually they'll put up 60, 70, 80 points a game. That's not quite the trend here today. Dribbling to his left side, guarded by Hasty. Kicks it out to the left side, moving to his right, pulls up, three on its way, off the top of the bucket, and no good. Out of bounds. Now the Bobcats, the thing about their situation, whether they win or lose, they're going to get that number one seed in regionals. But Bobcats, I mean, it's got to feel nice to round out conference play 6-0. Layla Gardner, Kellen Jackson, wrong 23, checks into the game for Rocky. Jordan Garrison up to the far side now to Zach Hasty. Hasty up to Garrison. His brother Will Garrison will be playing in the conference tournament tomorrow. By the way, Thermopolis is going to have that number one seed. God, everyone's getting the number one seed. The Lady Cats are going to get number one seed at regionals. The Cats are going to get number one seed at regionals. And now the Thermopolis Middle School Bobcats are going to get number one seed at the conference tournament. Zach Hasty down left side, up no good. Bobajan tries to get rid of it in a turnover. Mason Moss, they steal it back. And a foul. It was either Hasty or Garrison. I think it was Hasty that was down there trying to get the tip. 1:52 to go. And they're going to call a foul, actually, on Cooper Winland. Sophomore will get his first personal. Grizzlies only with their first foul of the quarter. Ty Simrall. Now Garrison. Garrison right side, Hasty. Hasty, pump fakes, goes, and it's intercepted. Kellen Jackson, as they tried to go up to Simrall down there, I believe. Less than just over 90 ticks to go in this second quarter. Goes up into the corner. Dribbling along the baseline, and they're going to call a charge! You just can't do that. Oh, man. 15-9. We got a couple checking in. Ellis Weber and Nolan Collins rightfully back into the game here. They're going to give Garrison and Hasty a little bit of a rest. He's been cold here today. Hopefully he heats it up in the second half, though. When he's hot, he's high, and he's a big asset to this Bobcat team in the corners, and just hoping he can warm himself up here. You know, when you're a senior, you kind of want to ball out on senior night. That kind of goes without saying. Nolan Collins pump fakes, goes up to Brody Welch. Ball is loose, he'll get his own recovery there. Here comes Weber. Weber slings it over to Collins, decides not to shoot. Bobijan one-on-one, lets it fly, can't get it going. Ty Simrall on the miss. He's 1 for 4 tonight on three-pointers, amounting to a 25% three-point percentage. That is not a good look for that 22. But, again, Ty Simrall, just like Zach Hasty, he's a good three-point shooter. When he's hot, he's hot. We see him multiple times in those JV games. Shoot it from beyond the arc like he has limitless range. Ellis Weber right side down to Collins. Collins left side to Weber. Shot clock disabled. Welch goes in to set the screen. Now here comes Collins behind the line. Dribbles to his left once, and now here comes Weber. Weber left side to Simrall. Simrall up to Welch. It's blocked. And they're trying to get physical down there. Cody Bobijan one-on-one with Jackson Hayes. You know, during the senior night presentation before the girls' game, they described Lisa Bobijan did a little voiceover for his senior night presentation, described him as a gentle giant. That may be true off the court, but on the court, Cody Bobijan doesn't really care what soul's standing in his way. Well, that's going up to the 44 of Evan Clendenin. That's up and it's rejected. Weber lets it fly from half, and he should have got up a little bit closer. He's a good shooter, but just not from that range. We're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back. A very low-scoring affair for a boys varsity game. 15-9, Bobcats on top here on senior night.
Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network. Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.
Hello everybody and welcome back here inside the Bobcat Den in Thermopolis, home of the Bobcats. It's 15-9 at the end of the first half. Bobcats struggling offensively, but they're doing just great defensively. However, defense may win championships, but the offense has to catch up as well. So, what a game this has been. The Grizzlies slowly but surely getting back into this, and the main guy behind it, Mason Moss, the sophomore for Rocky. Currently your points leader above everybody here in this game so far. We've had a couple of people get points. Cody Bomagen, Zach Hasty, Nolan Collins, Ty Simrall have all scored today. 3 of those guys have gotten threes. Ellis Weber goes right side. Zach Hasty pulls up. Kill 3! Well, that's just like Beetlejuice. Say his name and he appears. Zach Hasty gets his second three-pointer of the day. Scored one from the broadcast side corner in that first quarter. But the score has been pretty stagnant for both sides in that second quarter especially. Evan Clendenin looking for options. He'll go to his left side to Jackson Hayes. Now back up to the 23 of Kellen Jackson. Near side now to the 3 of Jackson Hayes. Looks right side, pulls up. Three's not going to go. Pump fake, right side, up and in. Mason, guess who? Mason Moss. 18-11 is your score. Bridger Pyle goes up to, Ellis Weber. Zach Hasty back up to Weber. He'll pump fake. Weber underneath the Bobagen. One-on-one and it ribs out. Bobcats are trying to go for something flashy. They don't need to do that. They just need to get in there, create some opportunities. Don't put any extra pizzazz on it. Save that for when you're up by 20, or if you get up by 20. Jackson Hayes going to his left side. He's getting harassed by Weber. Like I said, Bobcats are doing just great defensively. Offensively, though, they're overcomplicating it. Gets up into the corner. Shot on its way. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Bomagen. He'll feed it back up to Hasty. Hasty, left side, Weber on the left wing. Weber bounce pass, he'll feed it up now. Zach Hasty for 3, it's up and it's no good. Both teams trading blows. They're trying to go from beyond the arc, and now Nolan Collins up no good. Was trying to get his second three-pointer of the day. Goes out of bounds, it'll go back to the Grizz. Bobcats just chucking it up, hoping for the best here. Grizzlies barely even have to lift a finger on defense. Bobcats kind of doing the work for them. That being said, it was kind of not that case at all in that first quarter. Second quarter, though, started to see the stagnation from both sides. Rocky did have the better quarter overall, but that's the loose ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Rocky. Brody Welch checking in for the Bobcats. He'll come on for Bridger Pyle. So the Bobcats getting some reinforcements in at that center spot here. Driving up to the left side. Back turn. Spins out of it. It's ripped away. And out of bounds right there. It's going to stay with Rocky as a result. 5:24 to go in the third quarter. Up into the corner, number 23 with it. Kellen Jackson. Up onto the volleyball line, goes to the left side. Here comes the 20 of Mason Moss. Moss steps to the side. Now looks to the 22 for it. Shot is up. They're going to wave it off. A traveling violation. And that's the kind of mental errors that have kept Rocky out of the top of the scoreboard here. They're doing great containing the Bobcats, but they're making their own mistakes, which is keeping them down by 7 here. Left side, Hasty up to Bomagen. Bomagen going through, looks for an open man. Hasty's there. Hasty kicks it out. Weber lets it fly. 3! And we have a timeout. So Bobcats, I think, will use a timeout here. We're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back. You're watching Varsity Boys Basketball on Two Basins Sports Network. 60-second timeout for the Cats.
Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.
Like talking back here, it is 2A Northwest Quadrant Basketball on Two Basins Sports Network. Bobcats trying to finish out the perfect season in conference play anyway. They still have 4 non-con losses, but up into the far side. They're going to move down onto the baseline, tries the pass up to the 44 up top. And I think this is a better, in a lot of ways, I think this is a better team than last year. I don't know. When you're going toe-to-toe against Cheyenne East, I mean, I feel like that's something to celebrate. And Green River, who I believe is ranked now. That is out of bounds. 4:21 to go. And by the way, they beat teams above them. They beat Mountain View in the tournament. I think the James Johnson invite. Either that or, no, it was the Green River tournament where they won that game. And that's where a lot of their losses have come from, too, was the James Johnson invite. That's against, like, 3A and 4A teams. These guys are pretty solid. To be going, I mean, they only lost to Cheyenne East by, like, what? That might be biased because I'm a Thunderbird fan, but, like, even though I hate Cheyenne with a burning passion. Going up now to the right side, and here they go onto the free throw line. 22 with it. This is Cooper Winland. Now here comes the 23 of Kellen Jackson. Goes up to the right side. Almost got the interception, was Bombingen. Up into the corner, throws it up. Off the side of the rim, no good. Hasty on the rebound, coast to coast. Trying to get up there, and a jump ball. It'll benefit the Grizzlies. 3:42. Zach Hasty was trying to Euro step his way in, and that gave the Grizzlies a big opportunity to come in and tie it up. Jax May checking onto the floor, and even the film guys up to the right of me were kind of taunting Zach Hasty's Euro step type deal there. And I got to agree, he's got to stop dancing around, just try to get to the bucket. Again, worry about the flashy stuff when you're up by like 20. There is no, and this is not Class 1A. There is no reason why this game should only be 20 on the board for Thermopolis. Here they go, down the right side. Bombingen, he dunked it! Two-hander! Can you believe it? Shades of Brody Potter. Up onto the volleyball line, 22 with it, Cooper Winland. Jax May, up top, bounce pass, looking. Kicks it out down to the corner. And he's dribbling, it's rejected! Bombingen got behind it! That's what the doctor ordered! And now Mason Moss will inbound it here for the Grizz. Up onto the left side. Up top. Goes behind to the 23 of Jackson. Jackson one dribble. Goes right side. Moves to his left side. 21, now 44. Clendenin with it. The sophomore. Bounce pass. It's tipped. Hasty. Coast to coast. Down the right side. It's up and it's in. .2:23 to go in the third quarter. Do the Grizzlies have enough to really try to come back here? Do they have that gusto for the second quarter? It's loose. And they're going to call a foul. It's on the Grizzlies. Kellen Jackson tried to fire up his team. He's like, we got to get it together. He's like, come on. You can see Jackson down there. He's starting to get a little PO'd, but he's going to come off the floor. Grizzlies coming out in a 2-3. Simmerall, left side, now up to Hasty. Hasty, up to Bobbingen, down to the corner to Simmerall. Lets it fly, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Bobbingen, right side, up and in! Up into the corner, backcourt, looking, one dribble. Up into the far side, ball is loose. Up toward the student section, he's cornered. And a timeout called for the Grizzlies. And they're going to avoid the 10-second call by using their second timeout of the game. 1:45 to go in the third quarter, 30-second timeout for the Grizzlies. We'll be back in just a sec. You're watching Varsity Boys Basketball on Two Basins Sports Network here on Senior Night.
Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.
I'd like to welcome you back here inside of Hot Springs County High School, home of the Bobcats, as we get ready to resume the third quarter, 27-11. Not a score you'd see in Class 2A boys basketball, but this is something you'd probably see at the 1A ranks more than 2A. Now, that's no disrespect to 1A since we'll be calling football for a 1A school next year. But, oh, here we go. Garrison on the takeaway, down the right side, one-on-one, it's a foul. I don't know if it was on the shot, but the Grizz are lining up. Yep, it was on the shot. Jordan Garrison going to the line to shoot two. Like we said earlier, his brother Will be playing up in Grable tomorrow in the tournament. That one's up and in, 28 on the board. So Garrison, second shot is up, gets it to go. 29-11. And here comes the 20 of Mason Moss. Moss almost got stolen away by Bobbingen there. Here they go down to the near side. Rocky in the gold. They'll be looking to get to the bucket here. 21, Jax May gets up into the corner. They're leaving Monument Hill. Now down to left side. Up toward Round Top. He's got it on the left wing. Bounce pass right side. Has it up near Monument. Now down to the 22. It's up. It's going to be a foul. It was either Bobbingen or Simmerall. They have similar hairstyles. Only could really see the top of his head there, but they're going to give it to Simmerall. So my second guess was correct. It'll be his second personal foul. First team foul for the Bobcats, though. They've kept it clean all quarter. That one's up and in for the 22 of Cooper Winland. So Winland, number 22, got fouled by number 22. I always find it kind of weird when that happens. Shot is up off the back, and Bobbingen on the rebound, and now here comes Hasty with it. Hasty, back turn, gives up now to Bobbingen, bullies his way through, it's up no good. Hasty on the rebound. Hasty, left side, up and in. Bobcats up 31-12. This is not the same Rocky team we saw in that second quarter. I think Rocky used up a lot of their energy in that second. Either that or the Bobcats started getting their form back here in the third, or maybe it's a mixture of both. Ellis Weber checks back into the game. Zach Hasty and Cody Bobbingen headed onto the bench. They'll get ready to toss it in. Here comes Jackson Hayes. Hayes to the backcourt here. This is Mason Moss with it. Moss, who's been the best player for Rocky all night. He's going to get low. He'll go to the near side. Almost ripped away. Garrison almost had it there. Now here comes Cooper Winland. Gives it up backdoor now. Here comes Moss. Moss, left side. Now here comes Jackson Hayes. Pulls up. Shot is up. Can't get the three to fall. And rebounded by Collins. Here comes Weber. Right side, Garrison, corner, Simmerall, back to Garrison, right wing, goes left side up to Weber, now here comes Collins, up to the corner, Brody Welch, shot is up, can't get it to go. Garrison on the rebound, up off the right side, no good. And that should bring an end to the third quarter. 8 more minutes to go here on senior night. And this is probably the most emotional part of the game now. Fourth quarter coming up in less than a minute. We're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back for the start of the fourth quarter. You're watching Varsity Boys Basketball on Two Basins Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.
I'd like to welcome you back here inside of Hot Springs County High School, home of the Bobcats. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The fourth and final quarter of the home season for the Thermopolis Bobcats. They will be off to regionals next Thursday. And then more than likely, both the boys and girls, I expect them to be off to state as well, especially the boys. Zach Hasty grabs his own rebound off the shot. Try to sit back and relax and enjoy the final 8 minutes of these guys' high school careers inside of Hot Springs County High School. Zach Hasty back up to Nolan Collins. Collins left side to Pyle, now up to Hasty, lets it fly. 3! Zach Hasty! And if they make a three-pointer like that, if Bobbingen, Hasty, Collins, or Pyle make a three-pointer like that, I'm putting extra oomph into it this quarter. One final time. Down the right side, one-on-one, it's up and it's no good. Rebounded by Bridger Pyle. Goes up into the corner, Nolan Collins. Left side, Bobbingen. It's up, it's a foul. And Cody Bobbingen will go to the line to shoot two. The foul committed by Cooper Winland for the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. Shot is up for Bobbingen. It's up and it's in. 35-12. Got one checking out for Rocky. It's number 21, Jax May. And they got the senior sign-out board over there, man. I don't think I'm going to make it through to the end of this. I've always hated senior night, man. I've always hated it. It feels so final, and in a lot of ways it is. Unless these guys tank their grades over the next course of the next couple of months. Up to the far side, air up into the middle of the floor. Here comes the 20 of Mason Moss. Moss, shot is up, can't get it to go. He's been spectacular all night, but just has been struggling this second half so far. Hasty pulls up, can't get the three to go. Nolan Collins on the rebound. Collins on the volleyball attack line. Goes left side, up to Bridger Pyle. Pyle slings it over to Weber. We'll be seeing Soren Weber tomorrow in Grable for the championship. Or not the championship, but the tournament. You know what I meant to say. Cody Bobbingen up on the left side, up and in. Almost dunked it on that one. But he dishes it in. That's enough to keep Shane Corpening from getting a heart attack, at least on that one. And whatever he said to these boys in the locker room during halftime, it worked. They have held Rocky to pretty much all but 3 or 4 points in this half so far. And this is a middle school score right now. This is 38-12. It's a pretty low scoring game, but that's not always a bad thing. Up to the left side, almost got stolen away. Up to the left side again, number 20 with it. This is Mason Moss. Dips it inside, shot on its way up and in for Evan Clendenin. That is going to go on through 38-14. It's a football score here in Thermopolis. Zach Hasty jump stop, slings it over. Bridger Pyle pulls up. No, can't get the three to go. Zach Hasty on the offensive. Ooh, looked like it for a sec, but it's going to go out of bounds. Go back to Rocky. And the seniors, when they pull the seniors out of this game, and you know they're probably going to. You know, we saw that in the girls' game. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be something else for sure. Easily some of the best players that this school has had in a long time, if ever. And now here comes Zach Hasty. Right side. Gets it up. Dishes it in for two. And a timeout has been called. Thermopolis will use their second charge timeout. We're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back. You're watching Varsity Boys Basketball on Two Basins Sports Network, the future, or the voice of the Bobcats. Sorry. We'll be back in just a moment.
Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.
Oh, I think I forgot to turn off my microphone. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hot mic there. I actually don't remember what I said in the last 30 seconds. Anyway. Yeah, we'd like to welcome you back here inside of Hot Springs County High School. Up onto the volleyball line. Now I'm a little nervous. I don't think I said anything, like, at all, but, like, never know. I forget what I had for breakfast this morning, so. Oh, this one's stolen away. Here comes. Oh, it's a dunk! He does it again! Cody Bobbidge with a two-hander! With a little bit of help from Jordan Garrett, or I think it was actually Zach Hasty, but still. Yeah, it was Hasty. They both got kind of like a perm going on, so you kind of have to understand my confusion there. Ugh, man. Just what a game, what a day this has been. The JV teams getting it done today. Girls won by 37, the boys by 30-something. It was a pretty good score. The girls won by about 15 points or so. The varsity game, good send-off for the seniors there. But Zach Hasty with it in the left wing. And while this hasn't been the highest scoring game of the night, not even close, it's still been an entertaining one. Just hats off to Rocky. Its shot is up. Can't get it to go. And it's up and it's in. Zach Hasty with the second chance. 44-14, 30-point game. And up to the far side. This has to be a big thing. We know that Shane Corpening continues to preach defense. Evan Clendenin on the score. He's had a good night tonight, but what better way is there to demonstrate defense than the guest panel of the scoreboard? 16 points here for Rocky. Right side, Bridger Pyle can't get it to go. And that one's rebounded by the 22 of Cooper Winland. About 3 minutes or so to go in this game. Oh, they're still catty-cornering him up into the side there. They're going to call a timeout. So Pat Winland is going to call a timeout to avoid the 10-second call. We're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back. You're watching high school boys basketball, or varsity boys basketball on TBSN. 30-second timeout for Rocky. We're going to go to commercial. I'm going to actually remember to mute my mic this time.
Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.
Like talking back inside of Hot Springs County High School. I just thought of something. Even if I didn't hot mic, the music that they play in here probably drowned out the commercial, which is also not good. Sorry, TBC. Anyway, 3:11 to go here. They'll toss it up. That one tipped. Bobbidge on the takeaway. Now here comes Zach Hasty with it up past the timeline. Hasty, left side. Hasty was a big part. Are you freaking kidding me? They're calling another timeout. Okay, well. Guess we'll be right back. We're going to go ad-free this time, though. like talking back here inside of Hot Springs County High School. Final 3 minutes of our high school coverage for the year. Tomorrow we'll be on the mic for the final time this basketball season with the middle school boys basketball tournament in Grable. Coverage will start probably about, the Bobcats actually are, they're going to get that first round by. Zach Hasty up and in. Bobcats are going to get that first round by in the middle school tournament, so we're going to be going live pretty late. The tournament itself starts at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something like that, but we're probably going to be sleeping in a little bit. Bobcats will probably be playing. We have the bracket right here, actually. Coach Ryan Roybal actually gave us the bracket. Thermopolis will play the winner of 10 Sleep versus Grable, although, let's be honest, it's probably going to be Grable that they play in the semis here. And my prediction about Thermopolis playing Burlington in the semis did not come true. Burlington will take on Rocky, probably in the semis, I assume. Shot is up from 3. That one's up, no good. And 3! I didn't even see who scored on that one. I think it might have been either Pyle or Weber. I'm sure the audience saw the number that was associated with it. Zach Hasty tips it and can't keep it in. Oh, and he takes a hard lick. We have a timeout. Oh, do we? Bridger, oh man. And the senior send-off. Cody Bomagen, Ellis Weber, Zach Hasty, and Nolan Collins coming off the floor for the final time, possibly the final time tonight. And a standing ovation here from the fans in Thermopolis. These men who have contributed so much to the Bobcats over the last 4 years. Oh, man. This one's tipped. Going back up to the far side. Garrison not able to get there. He'll go up to the volleyball line. Move it to his left side. And now here comes the 11 of Cooper Ward. And Welch almost gets in there. Takes it, almost took it away there. Here comes Ward. 1:35 to go. Back turn, takes the shot, and a foul. 1:32 to go, and that's going to be Clendenin going to the line to shoot 2. Okay, I can do this. Just Ellis Weber with the sign off there. He's signing out. Evan Clendenin with his first free throw is up and in. I think now's an appropriate time to deliver our final Thermopolis Basketball Club player of the game, and that's going to go to Zach Hasty. Shot on its way, up and in. Made that one look easy. 49-18. Bridger Pyle with the handprint now. I see what they're doing. Bridger Pyle signs out. There are 2 more seniors that have yet to sign off here in Thermopolis. 1:28 to go. Welch looks back up. Ball is loose. Taken back away. Coming back down the other way. Near side. Here comes Cooper Ward. And now the one of Cregan Jones. We saw him in the JV game. He'll go near side up to Cooper Ward. Nolan Collins just signed out. There's one more. We want to get a camera on it whenever we can. That one's up, no good. Brody Welch on the rebound. Bringing it down is Jordan Garrison. Zach Hasty will be the last one. I'm thinking they're probably going to... Oh, there we go. Shot is up, no good, off of Lane Collimer, who's into the game for the first time. Shot on its way for Simmerall. 3! Ty Simmerall nails another. And shot clock disabled, and Zach Hasty signs out. He is the last senior. Oh, he missed. Oh, they're going to come back the other way. Rocky. Shot is on its way. It's up, and it's no good. Lane Collimer. It's up, and it's in. Lane Collimer gets his first point of the night at the varsity level. Up to the far side, a trap. And guarded by Collimer. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Garrison finishes it off. And that's the end of it. The Thermopolis Bobcats finish the regular season 18-4 Rocky drops to 10-13. And an emotional night, at least for me. Yeah, it's just for a lot of normal people. Probably senior night probably isn't that big of a deal, but when you've been calling these games and you're with this team all season, you can't help but get emotional. And I can't imagine how the coaches are. I can't imagine how the coaches are, how the parents of these seniors are. And they'll go through the tunnel for the final time in 2026. The Bobcats win 56-18. We wish one last goodbye to our seniors, as we will not be attending regionals. A last goodbye to J.C. Owsley, Millie Johnson, Cameron Farrell, Charlie Slagle. And then for the boys, Nolan Collins, Zach Hasty, Cody Bommingen, Ellis Weber, and Bridger Pyle. Those are your seniors that have played their last games as Bobcats tonight. And that's going to do it from us here at Hot Springs County High School. We'll be in Grable tomorrow at Grable High School as the Thermopolis Bobcats will open out the tournament with either 10 Sleep or Grable. Again, thank you to Coach Ryan Roybal and, of course, Grable as well. They also sent us a bracket too, so that's awesome. But yeah, that's going to do it for us here tonight. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow in Grable. Once again, the final score, Thermopolis Bobcats 56, the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies 18. And for the final time in our high school season, until next time, please drive home safe and do not pet the buffalo. Bobcats 56, Grizzlies 18. We'll see you tomorrow in Grable.
Thermopolis Basketball Club organizes competitive basketball for Thermopolis youth, teaching fundamentals, sportsmanship, discipline, and teamwork for grades 3rd through 12th. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting our athletes. Proud sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network.